Hey, 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 what's up, y'all? Happy hump day. It's Wednesday in Chicago. Let me open this one. All right, just to clear the energy real quick. This is an unscheduled live, so I'm gonna take my time getting it cracking, get a few people in here, pick up some energy. I don't know if I titled this or not, but I'm asking for current energy messages on this session. Come on through, spirit guys. I hear them birds. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, Spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest white light. I invite you to come on in the room and be with me and the collective as I open myself up to channel these messages, please, and thank you directly from you. Archangel Michael asks that you protect me, my family, my home, all the viewers from any negative energies, entities, um, attachments, or anything of the sort that may try to interfere. Please and thank you, Ashe. Grand Rising Empress, I see you. What's up? Let's see. Okay, got my messages set. Okay. Current energy messages, please. Holy Spirit, current energy messages. What's going on? Just put some Palo Santo. I mean, not Palo Santo. Florida water on my hands for a little cleansing. You dig? Freedom. Ooh. It's like freeing themselves from the ties that bind. I no longer want this fiery ring of resentment to block the good. Release me from its bonds. Okay? Great energy. Baby. Great energy. I'm digging that already. And sometimes, I don't even want to say that. Let me just start with the message. I'm gonna let the divine speak. But okay, I could be channeled in that too. Sometimes it's us that are holding ourselves back and captive from different things, right? Be mindful of that. Okay. I know I have. I don't know about y'all, but I know I have. And I try to be mindful of doing that. Okay. This card says trust. Okay. Allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. Okay, so I feel like someone is going through some kind of change, some kind of metamorphosis, some kind of transformation, and you're putting your trust in the hands of the divine. You're putting whatever this transformation or change is in the hands of the divine. Yeah. Okay, with this sanctity card, you could be going within to help you free yourself of something, to help you release something. That's great. Through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. Right. So, okay. So, with that freedom card, someone here is sacrificing something that they want to free themselves from. And you're releasing it. You're giving this, surrendering something to the divine. Beautiful. If that's not you, it could be someone around you, especially if you were guided to this message. Okay. Keep in mind that these are collective messages, so not everything I say may apply to you, but some things might. Again, invite help. Okay. I'm asking for current energy messages. I just said someone, and you see these praying hands. Okay. So when the going gets tough, the divine wants you to remember you don't have to do it all by yourself. Once you surrender something to God, you're supposed to take your hands off of it, right? You're supposed to not worry about it anymore, right? That's a demonstration of faith. All right, but that's not always easy to do, right? So when it gets difficult, pray and ask for guidance. Pray, ask for assistance. Pray, ask for the courage the strength, whatever it is that you need to allow the Most High to do what is, what they're going to do. This card says, invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously. Just say, I'm finally ready, God. Pursue me. Okay? Mm. Maybe somebody could be ready to turn their life over. I don't know. Inner power. Yeah. I'm really getting somebody is ready to free themselves or something, but you need some assistance. You need some help. Okay? I just said ask for the courage one time. Listen, the divine wants somebody here to know that whatever it is you want to free yourself from, you don't have to go it alone. Y'all know that poem or that picture your grandma might have had it in their house, your mama or somebody, or you could have seen it in the store, where the footprints in the sand, it's like you and the divine walking together, right? I feel like you can pray and ask your spirit team to take this walk with you to free yourself of whatever it is that you want to give up, whatever it is that you want to surrender. Okay? But once you open your hands to surrender it, once you've prayed and invited help, asking your spirit team to help you, it's no longer for you to hold on to. Okay? And when the going gets tough, just pray about it. Okay? Ask for the courage, ask for the inner strength to see it through. Okay, you hear that bird start hawking as soon as I was saying that. You'll get messages, you'll get assistance. They gonna talk back in different ways. You'll get signs, synchronicities, symbols, messages. They come in all different forms, but it depends on what you're open to. I like it. I was about to say, can I get one? Yeah, they'll help you clear it out. Okay, some of you, whatever this is you're releasing, it was just part of the lessons that you were destined to learn, okay, for your individual soul's growth. All right. What I say, you're offering something up. This card says, as true offering arises, it becomes easy to let go. Right. So when it's a true surrender, when it's a true offering, you're giving this to God. This whatever it is that you want to release. The next sentence says, you start to trust that more will always arise. Okay, that was the first card out here. When you surrender this thing, you can trust that you're going to get the help that you need. Okay, you shift from mine to God's. Such freedom. You see how the energy is repeating? Freedom, trust. These are the words I want you to remember. Okay. Because sometimes freeing yourselves from things is not always easy, especially if it's something that you got to pray about. That means you need help doing it, right? Mm, yeah. So I'm getting that whatever this lesson was, whatever you're freeing yourself from, I just said a few minutes ago that this was something that was part of a lesson for your soul's growth, right? We all are here to learn lessons in this earth school, but not all the exact same lessons, okay? So know that the things that you experience in life are divinely orchestrated for your individual soul's growth, okay? I feel like whatever this lesson is, it has something to do with some kind of childhood wounding. Okay, you could have been attached to something, you could have been addicted to something. Some of us have addictive personalities, right? If you like something, you like it a lot. When you don't like something, you really don't like it, right? Or is that just me? Oh, okay. Um, but yeah, I really feel like whatever this is that's being released, it was tied to some kind of wound or belief from your childhood. Okay? You can trust that if you pray it and you invite help from the spirit realm, you'll get it. They're going to help you release this. Okay? And with this mind being shifted to God's, that's also giving me the energy of ego. Whatever this is that you've been clinging to that's not good for you, it's going to be different for everybody. It's time to release it. And I really feel like some kind of attachment is what's being released. Okay? And releasing this attachment to whatever it is, okay, is going to bring some kind of transformation in your life. This surrendering of whatever it is going to bring about some kind of transformation in your life. And you can trust that. You can trust that. You can trust that inviting this help that you're praying for is going to help you clear this thing out. Okay, now somebody growing. Okay, we all have. I don't care what socioeconomic background you come from. I don't care what your ethnicity is, your nationality. I don't care about none of that. What side of town you grew up on. None of that. We all have issues from our childhoods. We all do. I don't care if your parents was rich or poor. We all have issues from our childhood to overcome. Every single person. Whether they share with you or not, whether they wear it on their sleeve or not, whether you can see it or not. We all do. And sometimes it's the people who smile the most, laugh and joke the most, they harbor the most pain. So you never know what somebody else is going through. Okay? I feel guided to say that. I also feel guided to say, don't compare your walk. And this almost gives me the energy of that footprints in the sand that I was just talking about, right? This could be you and the divine taking this walk together, guiding you back to self-love, because this card says, let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. You could be a real giver. You know what I'm saying? You could be the type of person who you ignore your own needs, you ignore your own pain, and you focus on others as a way to. Oh, I just saw a white bird fly past. Somebody is really about to get free from this. Okay, trust the process. Trust the process, because right now it's time for you to focus on self. It's time for you to turn your gaze inward if you're not already doing so. But I feel like someone here is doing that. And I want you to know the divine is urging me to tell you it's okay to surrender this completely. Confirmation. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And just invite help when it gets tough, when you want to backslide, when you want to go back, when you want to repeat a cycle. Nah, pray about it so you can go ahead and clear this lesson. Yeah, it's time to grow. And right behind this is service. Listen, I keep telling y'all, and most of y'all know everything happens for a reason, right? I don't believe in coincidence at all. A lot of the hardships that we face in life are designed for us to overcome and then reach back and help somebody else. For some of you, whatever you're growing from, being guided to grow from, you're going to be in service to the divine, helping others who are not as strong as you are. They say God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers, right? So if you've been one of those people who for most of your life, you've been wondering, why me? Why has my life been so hard? Why have I had to do this? If you've cried that out a lot of times, like the majority of your life, especially your adult life, more than likely, this is part of your soul's contract. More than likely, you agreed before you were even born to come here and do this. If you even on my channel, especially, look, transformation with the death card here. Somebody's going through some kind of transformation. See the butterfly? Death and rebirth. It's all about endings and new beginnings. There's a part of your life, something that you used to believe in, something that you were doing, it's about to end for this new beginning to be ushered in. Something is being cleared out for this new beginning that you're destined to have. Trust the process. It's all been divinely guided. The good, bad, and the ugly. Generally speaking, I'm not talking about extreme circumstances. Yeah, with the imagination here, I feel like you could be having dreams about this. You could daydream about it. You could get, excuse me, confirmation. You can get ideas out of nowhere. Ooh, yeah, they're all divinely guided. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. You may be wondering, okay, how am I supposed to teach other people? You'll get some divine inspiration. But the thing about it is, your authenticity will inform how you're going to help other people. You're going to be helping other people in a way that only you can. You can give, I'm going to give you an example. As a cook, right? Uh, let's say I'm teaching a cooking class. I can give the same recipe to 6 people. They're all going to prepare this same dish, but each one is going to taste just a little bit different. Same recipe. I don't care if I measure out all the ingredients for them. It's gonna be slightly different. But you could have 10 people come in and taste those 6 dishes. Everybody ain't gonna like, everybody not gonna pick the same one to be the best. Some people are gonna resonate with different flavors. Or say, I say, okay, well, you can add one extra ingredient. Some people gonna like that your extra ingredient. Some people gonna like the other extra ingredient. I'm just using this as an example. Just the way you would do something is gonna be exactly what someone needs to hear, exactly what someone needs to see, exactly what someone would like to do or emulate. Yeah, this was the card on the bottom before I started cutting. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Just another confirmation. Yeah. Okay. Another deck speaking on self-esteem and self-love. Okay. I feel like whatever this is that you're surrendering is gonna bring you back to self, your true self, your authentic self. Before the wounding, before, I don't know how this is gonna resonate for you individually, but So take it how it resonates, only the part that does. Yeah, be honest with yourself. This card says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Okay. That's where trust comes in. Sometimes people say, oh, I got trust issues. Why? You should trust everybody to be who they show you that they are. Energetically, especially. Okay. Guilt and blame. Yeah. Some of you may be carrying guilt and you blame yourself for remaining in situations, okay, where you could have felt like you trusted the wrong person. You ignored the red flags. They were right there. People show you who they are. But we often make excuses for people that we love and we care for. We often stay in situations and in circumstances longer than we should because different reasons. Most of the time, we don't want to start over. We don't want to be alone, things like that. But self-love and self-care, that's more important than receiving it from outside of yourself. Because when you start loving on yourself, that will bring in expansion. Okay? That will bring in more love. Yeah, you got to accept yourself first. Learn to be with yourself. Be okay with yourself. Okay? And getting in this energy of allowing whatever wants to come can come, whatever wants to go, go. This says radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment. So what's needed can come next. Okay? And if you aren't sure, you can pray about that. And to hear the answers, you got to be guided, okay? And not worried about the past or the future, but focused on right now, okay? But I feel like somebody could be grieving a situation right now, but it's designed to help you come back to self, okay? And deepen your connection with yourself, your higher self, and learn to trust your intuition. Because I feel like some of you all have gotten yourself in a situation that you need to free yourself from because you weren't trusting your intuition. You weren't paying attention to the red flags. Instead of trusting the signs that you were being shown, confirmation, intuitively or by another person, you ignored them. And we've all done it. I done did it. Because, of attachment issues, abandonment issues, right? So at this time, just be honest with yourself. What is your intuition telling you? What have your spirit guides been whispering in your ear? You hear them birds? I see 7-7 right now on the clock. That's a spiritual awakening. You went through all of this for a spiritual awakening, so you could wake up to self. I got another. I got another example. I like flowers, right? Fresh flowers. Some people say they like flowers and they get upset that they never receive flowers from others. But if people never see you with fresh flowers, if you never bought yourself flowers, how would anybody know you really like flowers? My children know I like flowers. So even my oldest son, when he would be out playing, he would always bring me like little flowers. Sometimes there'll be like a little weed, or whatever. Because he knows his mama like flowers. Men that I've dated, they buy me flowers. Because they see me with fresh flowers. They see me showing my own self that kind of love, gifting myself, those types of things. We teach people how to treat us. Some of you aren't even really sure of your authentic self, who you really are and what you like, because I feel like you give a lot outside of yourself, but not to yourself. And you're energetically giving off those vibes. But when people witness you loving on yourself, being kind and gentle to yourself, that's a demonstration. That's an example for them to know and be able to show you how to treat you. Just like you do for other people. Because I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you do this to other people. You know what I'm saying? You monitor them, you watch them, you pay attention to them, and you give based on what you see they like. Do it for you. Beaver Soup, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you. And grand rising to you. It's okay to love on yourself. It's okay to do nice things for yourself. And you're not doing it for anybody else to recognize it or, do it authentically just for yourself. I feel like right now it's time for you to turn your gaze inward. It's time for you to turn your focus on yourself. And don't feel guilty about it either. You know, this blame card says, I accept responsibility for my well being. hmm you can't expect other people to be giving to you and you're not giving to you. Can't expect anybody else to love on you when you don't love on you. Like for real. And what I say earlier about beliefs, okay? Sometimes it's not people, places, and things we need to release. Sometimes it's simply our beliefs. All right. This card says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. I feel like this is something you've been praying about. Hmm. Don't expect anything from anybody else that you're not willing to give to yourself. Yeah. Because you know what? Loving on yourself is going to bring that real happiness in. Your soul is going to radiate that. And guess what? You'll start to attract that also. I'm aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Exactly. Are you happy? If you're not, it just means an adjustment needs to be made. An adjustment needs to be made. Something needs to be released and surrendered to the Most High so that you can have a transformation. Be honest with yourself about what that is. Okay? Invite help if you struggle with it, if you aren't sure, if you have any questions or doubts about what it is that you need to release. For somebody, it's some kind of beliefs that you picked up in your childhood. They need to be examined. You know, sometimes we need to really stop and think about why we do what we do, why we believe what we believe, why we think the way that we do. What's the origin of that? Okay? That's that shadow work, taking time to examine ourselves, okay? And accepting responsibility for it. Not putting the blame on anybody else. Because we can't expect anyone else to love us more than we love ourselves, to give to us any more than we give to ourselves. Everything is energy. What you put out, even to yourself, is what you get back. So if you're not giving yourself any love, trust, it's not going to come from outside of you. All right? Let me get another day. But even just thinking about these things, even just considering this is major. Okay? And somebody here, you're going through this process. The divine is proud of you too. Because I say all the time, a lot of people never look at themselves, honestly. A lot of people go around blaming others for whatever stage they're in their life. But, we're all adults. You got to take responsibility for your own life. And looking at yourself, analyzing yourself is the first step. And if you're doing that, I'm proud of you. And so is the divine, because most people never do that. They're afraid to. You could even be seeing mirror numbers. You could be seeing 111, 212, 313, 414, 515, and so on and so forth. What's in the middle of those numbers? 1. And that represents you. You're being guided to take a look within. Analyze yourself. Be honest with yourself. Okay? Release any beliefs that you currently hold that don't work for you. They take away from your happiness. Anytime you're not happy, pause. Because that means you're not on the right track. You're not on the right path. Does that mean you got to be happy 24/7? No. Let's be realistic, okay? But generally speaking, if you're not happy, that means an adjustment needs to be made. That's all. To find what the adjustment is, you got to go within. Go deep. Go to the root of it. Okay? Because it's your responsibility. Your happiness is your own responsibility. Can't put that on nobody else. You cannot. Because we all have free will. Yeah, this is your journey. your voyage. And you got all the answers. They're inside. Okay? Most of our problems stem from childhood. Most of our beliefs come from how we were raised, things that we learned, things that we were taught. Even if nobody said things to you, is the way you observed life as a child. Another example, you might be the kind of person to hold your tongue, not really speak up for yourself. Okay? A lot of men have this problem too, because whether you're male or female, whenever you try to speak up about something to, someone that's older than you, a parent or some other authority figure, you might have got shot down. You might have been told to be quiet, or nobody wants to hear you, or stop that whining. But guess what? You're not a child anymore. You're an adult. And as long as you're respectful, I teach my children this. As long as you're respectful, you can always speak up for yourself. You can say anything to anybody as long as you're coming from a respectful place. I don't care if it's me, a teacher, or anybody. There's a way to say whatever you need to say respectfully and be heard. Be careful about dimming your light so as not to offend somebody who's actually oppressing or hurting you. And if they don't want to listen or hear it, red flag. Red flag. You might have had to tolerate that in your household or in a classroom or something like that. You no longer have to tolerate that as an adult. Protect yourself. Some people let other people run all over them because they feel like they have to. They have to accept however another person is. No. It's okay to stand up for yourself because you deserve love and you deserve to be respected as well. And allowing somebody to disrespect you, that's not self love. And whoever you are, I want you to remember these two energies. Are you happy? If not, what did I say about that? An adjustment needs to be made. Is the behavior that I'm dealing with, tolerating, is that respectful of myself? Is that loving to myself? If not, an adjustment needs to be made. Because if not, you're not happy. Yeah, and don't be in denial either. This denial card says, I acknowledge my fear. Okay, whatever that fear is, fear of abandonment, loneliness, shame, whatever. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. That's that self-observation I was talking about, going within, analyzing yourself, and getting to the root cause of why do I accept certain behavior that's painful to me. Whatever it may be. Why am I in a situation, remaining in a situation where I'm not happy? Why am I doing something that does not make me happy? Why am I putting the happiness of others before myself? And I'm not talking about your offspring. Minor children are the only people whose happiness you should be putting before yours, generally speaking. You feel me? Oh, look at that. Let them go. Mm. Let me get 3 of these, Holy Spirit. Yeah, slay them off. What I say? Stand up for yourself. I don't care who they are. Right is right and wrong is wrong. No matter who it is or what it is. Let them go. Remember, only take what resonates, okay? Whew. This is heavy on somebody. I feel it. It's okay, though. This is part of shadow work. This is part of your soul's growth. This is something that needs to be done. You got to clear this shit out. Okay? This is part of taking responsibility for your life, your happiness, your well-being. It's a process. It won't be easy. But as I said at the beginning, when it gets difficult, invite help from whatever higher power you acknowledge or pray to. I see 9-9 right now. Somebody is on their way to a reset. Your best life is coming up. Again, these are current energy messages. Somebody's going through this right now. Look at, baby, and here go another 9 right here. 999 is definitely a reset. I just said y'all gonna be getting signs, symbols, and synchronicities, okay? This is a throne. This process that you're going through, it's only gonna elevate you. Whoever you are, your potential is endless. Okay? And I feel like you're going through this process because a throne is being prepared for you. You got to know that you deserve it, though. Okay? That's that guilt. This is right under this guilt card where it says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. You're going through some kind of metamorphosis like a butterfly. You about to bust out that cocoon. You're taking responsibility for who you are, your actions, your behaviors, and most importantly, your beliefs, because everything stems from your beliefs. Your beliefs informs your thoughts inform your actions. So be mindful of them being your beliefs. Keep coming up. One more, Holy Spirit. Thank you. The way this flipped upside down, some of y'all don't believe this, but guess what? Whatever crutch or whatever you're holding on to that's going to be released, I feel like some of you have been holding on to something that you thought you needed, but you did not. This card says you never needed those wings to fly. Whatever that energy represents for you, that's under clearing. That's being cleared out. That's what you're being asked to clear out, okay? And accept responsibility for holding on to. You never needed it, no way. You thought you did. You believed you did. For some reason that has to do with your childhood. But see, once you clear that out, I'm telling you, I'm hearing that gospel song, enlarge my territory. Something is going to be enlarged for you. A throne is waiting for you. As soon as you, in the center of all of this is your beliefs. What is it that you believe that needs to be released? I feel like somebody's going through this right now. Yeah, confidence. It comes with time and practice. And this sword on her bag right here that she's carrying, this represents truth. It represents thoughts as well. Again, what informs your thoughts? Your beliefs. Are you happy? Is there an area of your life that you're not happy? Be honest with yourself now. Don't be in the now. Be honest with yourself. That's what's going to bring the success in this situation for you. That's what's going to bring about this growth of your soul. Okay? If you're not happy in whatever area, that means an adjustment needs to be made. And it has to come from within. All the answers. You already have all the answers. You already know what you need to know. Whoever you are, you're intuitive. You can trust those that you get. You might know some shit without knowing how you know. Right? You can trust it. With this change, this 23 up here, that breaks down to a number 5. 5 is all about change. It's going to bring in this confidence that you really need and want. This confidence that's being held back by some sort of beliefs that stem from your childhood. I want you to know, though, that you got this. I'm going to get one more card from the surrender deck, and then I'm going to leave it alone. Because I want you all to really think about this. Really start thinking about this. What beliefs do you need to examine? Okay? Something that's taken away from your happiness. It's a result of some belief that you have or a set of beliefs. Think about it. Think about it and sit with it, you know. Write about it if you need to. You ain't got to show nobody. It's for you. It's for your growth. But see, once you clear this thing out and you accept responsibility for your own life, because it's these beliefs that got you in whatever situation that need to be released, okay? You're going to be ready to take off. Yeah, surrender your ego. Cultivate gratitude. Be of service to others that come from your heart. From your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. This could be something, a situation that you want to control. That's not for you to control. What I just say? Surrender your desire to control people. We all got free will. And you may be trying to control people through acts of service, through whatever, because of whatever this childhood wounding is. And I really feel like it's abandonment. You do things to the detriment of yourself to hold on to people. And that's trying to control too. Be honest with yourself. Some of y'all need to cut somebody completely off. And you know it. You know they ain't no good for you because you're not happy. You're not happy. But you stay in the Delulu phase, right? I done been there. Where did that come from? Why? Why are you doing that? What beliefs have got you in this situation? Plus, you could be sabotaging your relationships by doing so. Being overly controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. But also, this person, there's a snake here. Okay? A snake gonna do what a snake gonna do. Now, I don't know if you the snake or there's a snake in your life. But be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. What does the viewer need to see, Holy Spirit? What surrender energy do we need to see? It's raining heavy. Surrender to miracles. And I was speaking earlier about uniqueness, authenticity, right? I see whales. Whales, I always say when I see a whale makes an authentic sound. And the sound that they make is the vibration of that sound is very healing to others. Some of you all are betraying yourselves because you're focused on healing other people or trying to make other people better or thinking you can help somebody to the detriment of yourself. And that's another way that you're trying to control somebody or control um, someone's free will to stay around in your life. You don't want them to go or whatever. And holding on tight, sometimes holding on too tight does damage. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. Sometimes the best thing you can do is let go. hmm I'm going to put that back and still get another one because it didn't fall out. Yeah, surrender to your full power. You see this confidence energy again? Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. Be honest with yourself and stop accepting less based on some belief that you hold. I've been working too much, Lindell. I'm trying to get out of that energy for real. Again, surrender to your full power. This is very significant. I'm going to read it again since it came out again. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power, then playing it small, quote unquote. It may not feel so good right away, but confidence comes with time and patience. Look, you're being called to rewrite your story. Look at her. It's saying, how's that for a happy ending? Sometimes we got to burn shit down to rebuild. And surrender your addictions. What are you addicted to? What do you do too much of? Anything that you do too much of energetically is seen as an addiction. Okay? Whether you're addicted to, this card says, whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking. Damn, didn't I just say I've been working too much? Okay. Take action to, to begin to heal the addiction and place it with healthier alternatives. I'm doing that. I know I overwork, but I'm taking action. I told these are current energy messages. I definitely can resonate with this one. The divine wants me to surrender that so I step into my full power. Okay. Ooh, I don't feel like I'm playing it small, but I guess there's something bigger that I could do. I'm working on it, Holy Spirit. I'm working on it. Yeah. I too have an ending that's about to be rewritten. Join me, y'all. All this don't resonate with me because I've had my dark night of the soul, and I'm gonna continue to have awakenings, just like you will. You know, we don't all just have one. That first one is rough. That dark night of the soul, baby, is rough. It had you looking at the whole world different. But go with the flow of it. Mm, yeah. Some of y'all are playing too small. You're not living up to your full potential. That also is due to your beliefs. Where did that belief come from? Where did that energy come from? It's time to clear that out. You're on the cusp of a transformation, okay? That's going to lead to something major. Major. And whatever crutch you're holding on to, you don't need it. You never needed it. Not for real. You just thought you did. And you thought you did because of some kind of beliefs that you held. Again, something from your childhood. Either something that you were told, something that you saw, something that you heard, some energy. Okay? It's time to let that go. Yeah. I said some of y'all, look, attachment. So some of you are playing it small because you're focused on the results of something. You don't even think you can have what's waiting for you. But you can. This says the formula for success is to do all you can to quote unquote make things happen, then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. Take what resonates. Since 2 came out, and get one more because 3 is the magic number. Can I get one final energy, Holy Spirit, before I close this reading out and go on with my day? Oh, that's a lot. It gave me 3. Surrender to success. Look, this says you're ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. Baby, shoot. I like that. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. Speak your need. What I say? Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Didn't I say this at the beginning, y'all? If you didn't see the beginning of the reading, you might want to watch the replay when this is over. Some of you are spending a lot of your energy outward. You're focused on giving, 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 and not enough receiving, which means you're out of balance. And that's why you're seeing those mirror numbers. Bring some balance into your life. And then surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with, I just said go with the flow. Thank you, Holy Spirit. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. In what ways are you doing these things? In what ways does this energy resonate with you? I invite you to, and surrender negative thinking. No stinking thinking. We pulled a card earlier that said, you can do whatever. Your potential is endless. I'm telling you, the stinking thinking comes from what? Your beliefs. I tell my kids all the time, if you believe you can't do something, you keep saying you can't do it, you ain't gonna be able to do it. You're not. You're not. Because those beliefs are informing your thoughts, which inform your actions. So for some of y'all, the only thing that I see 1010, endings for new beginnings for somebody, the only reason you can't do something is because you think you can't. And you really believe you can't. But guess what? The Most High said earlier, confidence comes with time and practice. Trick yourself. Your mind will believe whatever you tell it. So somebody needs to start speaking positive affirmations and reminding yourself that yes, the fuck you can. Yes, the fuck you can. If you believe it, you can achieve it. Take it how it resonates, y'all. And have a great day on purpose. On purpose. All right? Until next time. Peace. Thank you for being here.